the startling revelations in the Telangana Snooping case from the confession statement of former Deputy Commissioner of Police Radhakishan Rao. The confession for the first time directly implicates former Chief Minister and BRS Chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao. From claims that there was targeting of a range of political leaders and even strategists, the confession statement also claims that KCR wanted to arrest BJP National General Secretary BL Santosh to force a compromise on the ED case against his daughter Kavita. Uma Sudhir with the details.
Former DCP Radhakishan Rao's 6-page confessional statement names former Telangana Chief Minister KCR, referring to him repeatedly as Peddaina or Elder, and says KCR had wanted BJP leader BL Santosh to be arrested so that he could use that to rid his daughter K. Kavita of Enforcement Directorate case.
The confession statement of both Mr. Bhujanga Rao and also Mr. Radhakishan Rao, it reveals certain political conspiracy, in fact planned by Mr. KCR himself. They tapped the important leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party to counter the ED's case on Kavita.
The former policeman also says Special Intelligence Branch Chief Prabhakar Rao, prime accused for whom a red corner notice has been issued, was using official machinery to carry out illegal surveillance on not just KCR's political opponents but BRS party leaders too, to sniff out any anti-party activity.
There's nothing new in this. I mean, the same allegations Congress party leaders, rather the leaders in the, important leaders in the government were saying for so many days. There's nothing new, and let the truth come out. Let the case be investigated thoroughly.
Confessional statements of other policemen arrested in the case, including Bhujanga Rao and Tirupatanna, claim that specific intelligence gathered illegally was used to cripple the operations of political opponents while facilitating fund movement for the ruling party. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Well, so the confession is out, the startling revelations are out, but what's next in this case and how much more is yet to come? Joining me this evening, my colleague Uma Sudhir, who filed that report, Krishank Manne of the BRS, Ram Mohan Reddy of the Congress, Ramachandra Rao of the BJP, and political analyst close to the BJP, Anurag Naidu as well. My first question to you, Krishank Manne, this seems to be going straight to the top of the BRS's leadership, with KCR's name being taken out first time in this confession statement. Your response?
Well, Congress is rattled by the rice scam here being questioned by the BRS, the liquor scam where they have brought in a Congress-backed or funded company, the Som Distilleries, which is known for the scrupulousness liquor, and also the murder case of Sridhar Reddy, in which till now not a single arrest has happened. Now, how should Congress government divert the entire media attention? Well, with this issue. Why am I saying this is, Mr. Radhakishan Rao is in the jail in Krishna block of Chanchalguda, barrack number 17. And his last custody, Veer Raghav, was on April 4th to April 11th. Since then, he has not met any police officer. Neither any police officer went to the jail to investigate him or interrogate him, nor was there any virtual peshi, or has he written any letter to release it. So why now suddenly on 27th May, which is almost after 36 days, there is a media leak? This confession statement is not produced to the court. This is a media leak from the Chief Minister's office. So what should we understand? To divert serious issues of farmers' paddy purchase, the rice scam, the liquor scam, murders in the Congress government, and that is why this whole web series.
Ram Mohan Reddy, a quick. Krishank, hold on. You're saying this is a media leak, this is a forced confession. You don't accept this, what has been said. But this case, obviously, many believe that such extensive tapping or snooping could not have happened without the top political leadership being aware. But Ram Mohan Reddy, your response to what Krishank Manne is saying?
It has become a habit for BRS leader to make baseless allegations, and their situation is being pathetic. And they are totally intolerant. Now we are confining to the subject of confession statements made by Radhakishan Rao. What did he say? And what were the revealments? He mentioned the name Pedana, he referred to the name Pedana, who is nothing but KCR himself, who has indulged in all this snooping thing, who has given directions to the task force and intelligence. And what more do we expect? This is not a shocking thing for Congress party, as we are all well aware that when we were in opposition, yes, our phones were being tapped and our opposition leaders were being, watched, they are observed, and they have grossly misused the powers. They have violated all the rules. What more do we want?
Oh.
But a revealment which should draw people's attention
Okay,
is
Ramchand.
that when it comes to the name of BL Santosh, you know, there is a matter of taking a chartered flight by the officers to Kerala to, but a doctor who is about to fund the amount for the MLAs for being poached by the BL Santosh, who were caught red-handedly in some Moinabad farmhouse. So these are the revealments. These exposes the
Ramchandra
true
Rao.
faces of
Ramchandra
BERS
Rao,
and
what
BJP.
next in this case?
Sir, from the
Pardon?
beginning, the Bharatiya Janata Party is maintaining that Mr. KCR has fabricated a false case to defame the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders at the national level and as a counter attack and counter blast for the liquor scam in which the Chief Minister's daughter is involved. So therefore, we have been maintaining that there is no MLA poaching, there is nothing like that has been fabricated. And the revelations by the the DCP of the police, Mr. Radhakrishna and Mr. Even Bhujangrao, has revealed so many things, the tapping of the important leaders of the BJP and also trying to implicate Mr. Veer Santosh is something which we have been maintaining and the
It wasn't
cat
any
is out of the
mannequin
bag.
of BL Santosh sitting in
The
Moinabad
party
farmhouse.
wanted to
It was BL
claim
Santosh
it.
himself who was indulged in poaching the MLAs of BRS.
It was a fraud
And
case.
KCR tried
If
to
the
take the
Congress
advantage of the
if the Con-
situation.
No, let's.
if the Congress and BRS have the same line, I don't mind. But this is a case where KCR tried to implicate the BJP leaders. So therefore, there is no involvement of any national leaders or any state leaders. It was only a fabricated case by Mr. KCR, and the things are in front of us. The things are in front of us. But if the BRS and the Congress wants to take the benefit and show that they are one and try to blame the BJP and fix the BJP, it is up to them. I don't mind it.
Uma Sudhir, while this political slugfest and the political exchange can play out, this has exposed the depth and the extent to which the police machinery could be used, allegedly at least so far, in cases of snooping.
Yes, indeed. It's an unprecedented thing, quite a dangerous precedent actually, if any of this is established about how the official machinery can be misused for snooping on your political opponents and anyone who you suspect could be working against you. But there are three still missing links in this entire thing, because one, these I've already seen the confessional statements of not just Radhakishan Rao, but also Bhujanga Rao and also Tirupatanna, all three of who were former police officers who have been arrested in this phone tapping case. And all of that seems to indicate the same conspiracy of pointing towards the BRS political leadership, that they were directing the snooping of different phones and using different technologies to be able to get even the encrypted messaging services that were being used, and also about tapping the phones of media barons and using some of that before elections as intelligence gathering for allowing or facilitating the BRS to be able to, the ruling party, to do well, while political opponents would be struggling for funds because their monies would get seized. The second important aspect is that the prime accused number one in this case is Prabhakar Rao, and he is still in the US and he is not back, and he needs to corroborate all these statements that all the others have made in this particular case. And remember that he was the one who would have been meeting the chief minister. He was the top officer, special intelligence branch, which was set up to gather intelligence on left-wing terrorism. He was the one who would have probably had occasion to meet KCR and brief him about this. None of the others that we are talking about would have been having interactions in that sense with KCR, so his role could be crucial. The third part is, it is always possible that these confessional statements could, or these policemen or these former policemen could always go back on their confessional statement. But yes, this is a political story as much as it is a legal story, and this comes, the timing of it, Krishank was mentioning, why is it coming, so many days afterwards, 36 days afterwards. The confessional statement was recorded on the 4th of April. This comes on the eve of a time when Telangana is in fact going to be celebrating 10 years of its formation, and the man who stood tallest so far in all these 10 years, KCR, his image, his brand in a sense is getting demolished, and Revant Reddy is trying to establish that it is another Telangana that we all work for, and it is not KCR who is that tall leader. So perhaps it helps him politically to be able to damage that image as well.
You're talking of a larger rewriting of the political narrative in Telangana, but Krishank Mane, is there a worry that as this case goes along, and as Uma is pointing out, as the investigations go further, it could become a further embarrassment for the BRS? You're saying that this confession statement could be politically motivated or orchestrated, but ultimately some would argue that there can't be smoke without fire.
Well, Veera, the whole point is the Congress government will how long fight this battle? Because they have priorities. They've made their 420 promises, which they need to implement. But if their only political vendetta is to put KCR behind the jail, and that is why if Congress has come into power, we are ready to fight it out, Veera. Because you know why? The biggest lacuna in this case is Congress says that when they were in the opposition, the phones were tapped. Then why hasn't the DGP, the then DGP of police, Mr. Mahendra Reddy, been a party in this case? Today, he is enjoying a post in the current Congress government as the TSPSC chairman.
Okay, you made a point. I have to get a quick response from Anurag Naidu, because we have to cut across to live pictures coming in from Kolkata as well. But Anurag Naidu, very quickly, do you see this getting worse, or do you believe that we've already reached the highest levels as far as this allegations and this controversy is concerned? Quickly.
I think, Raghav, as an analyst, I would really like this matter to be investigated. And phone tapping and this allegation, whether it is by Prabhakar Rao, it is by Mr. Radhakrishna Rao, the allegations are very specific. I think these are not the allegations that cannot be investigated. And I think Krishan should actually welcome investigation, pointed investigation, because we have seen in the past, it is not just the BRS or not just the Congress family leaders or even the BRS ministers, whether Rajaya, Tandur MLA, Patta Mahendra Reddy, or anyone, Kalyam Srihari, and this case, Mr. BL Santosh. I think
in fact,
what
they
has
should
Mr.
demand
BL
for
Santosh got to do
CBI
with
investigation.
Telangana at all?
The BRS leaders should demand
I'm afraid we'll have to leave it right there.
I'm
I'm afraid we'll have to leave it right there.